There's really no need to put this on live, but you know what? I actually really enjoyed this game. And I've already decided, for those who have played this game already, I will not be feeding on the civilians. I have relatively just started this. Played it only once before. Not all the way through, but yeah, you get what I mean. Hello, resale. Recycle. Good resale. I'll hold on to that. Average, good. Damn it. I'll keep those for now.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Pee in it. Just unzip. Bzz. Glass vial. Vampire connect. Mesmerism, blood awareness. Is there anything else in this room? Oh, someone's watching. Hi, hello. How are you? What do you want?
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
You can hear the annoyance
I'm
in his
so
voice.
sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
Oh no?
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
Pee on it.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital.
Feel
a small door at the end of a narrow street.
like
On
a
my
red
way.
flag just got
Thank you,
kicked
nurse.
Okay, well, one person died while I was sleeping, so I can't go to sleep again because I don't want anyone to die. I have to go and find everyone this time. Tippett, Stricker, Ackroyd.
I cannot enter.
But I want to enter. Wait, vampire. Ooh, hacksaw. Is it weapon? It is weapon. Equip. I must equip. Well, wait. 58. Attack speed is at 15. Well, it's the same thing, but the stamina's less. I'll keep the machete for now. And, ooh. Cheap bottle of gin. Date of admission, September 16th. Date of release to be determined. Notes. The patient's face has been severely burnt and disfigured by a bomb during the war. Even with the use of the strongest sedatives, he affirms to regularly endure severe pain from the wounds, as if the flames were still burning under the skin. He says... No, that was the end of the sentence. Examinations of the... I'm probably going to butcher the hell out of this. Cicatrized tissues show no traces of inflammation, infection, or swelling. Scars are clean. Could it be a case of persisting nerve damage? It definitely is nerve damage. The patient never ceases to blame himself for his disfiguration. Well, you can't exactly stop a bomb from going off in your face, but hey, let's go ahead and blame yourself. That's a great way to cope. Could it be a case of guilt of the survivor? Yep, he is blaming himself. Phantom pain manifesting in as a punishment for not dying with his comrades. No, it's nerve damage. Nope, no prompt. Anything around here, maybe? Maybe, baby. Where was I going? Where did I come from? Center. There's no detailed map on the inside. That's unfortunate. Doctor... Oh, hey, Swansea. I found your office. I swear I won't kill you today.
It's locked, all right.
Because you're a vampire, you can't enter without permission. Kinda wish I was a lizard or a lizard person so I could lick my own eyeball like a gecko. And there's my odd thought for the day. First of them, anyway. I know where to go. I don't know where to go. I'm just kind of walking around. Hey,
good evening,
person.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm
Pippa.
Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea
Pippa
has
Pig.
recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Huh? Okay.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse?
Oh no.
What if in the end, nobody was spared?
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
It's a disease. It'll eventually.
How long have you
off
been
now.
a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
I'm undead.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance
like the way this
driver, is even
conversation's
more
flowing.
grumpy than usual.
Pick the right answer.
Especially concerning doctors.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned. Milton is not the chatty type.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Oh, all of it's blocked off. Okay. I'll come back and I'll look at you later. You are healthy, my dear.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I have no reason to treat you. Actually, you're healthy. I'll deal with you guys later. Hi, how you doing?
Yes, Doctor?
Oh, it's you again.
Exactly how bad is the supply situation here at Pembroke?
It really depends. Dr. Swansea deftly works his society contacts for monies, but with the quarantine, well, we're in God's hands.
Why then do you always work the nights? Don't you ever sleep?
At the Pembroke, we're always hands on deck.
Yeah, no.
Lack of sleep and the medical profession always ends in disaster. I've witnessed many a colleague succumb to stimulants to fight exhaustion.
Yeah, just watch Grey's
Drugs
Anatomy.
were as deadly as bullets in the trenches.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke Hospital. We are on the front line, make no mistake.
Your dedication to the Pembroke does you credit, Nurse Crane, but when do you sleep?
We staff get our sleep when we can, Doctor. Nursing is a vocation, not the labor of a journeyman.
You need a bath, First Lady. You're covered in blood.
Please, could you point me in the direction of the morgue again?
It's the large boarded-up building behind the hospital. You can't miss it. The key I gave you will open the small back door to it.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane. Thank you.
Okay. Where's the next person? Person. There's another word I was going to use, but don't use that word. That's a bad word.
I wonder why the gospel...
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Honey,
at the
you look...
Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
God.
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal?
Excuse you?
My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a
You
vampire.
have a heartbeat.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover to hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Okay.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see.
That's a
Don't worry.
really
These people
stupid thing
will
to
not
say.
find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
I feel like you
Who
have some
are
kind of
these
trauma.
enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
Oh. Good shit to know.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
I've never heard of Cotard syndrome.
I
What is
see.
it?
Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Yep.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
Yeah.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a
Mocking a
vampire.
game.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Town, to your nocturnal activities.
Okay. So. You're healthy otherwise. Unknown, you're healthy. Let's talk to you. What's up with you, dude?
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face.
Oh, you're
No.
the burn victim.
I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off.
You didn't look like
But
you
they
were
still call me
good
Thomas
looking to begin with.
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
Oh, did I use a vampire power?
Any German shells. It happened during my leave.
What'd you
It was
do?
an accident.
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore.
I knew it.
Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No,
You had a cigarette, didn't you? Fell asleep.
it's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
Hey, self-preservation's a thing, dude.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans, and it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Oh. I'm kinda torn here. Realism. Don't give a shit. Possible side quest. Let's go with possible side quest.
Reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life. I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about.
Break my
Won't blame you.
You
earlier
don't seem
statement.
worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak,
I might just eat him.
but be assured I'm smiling inside.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Kind of upset I missed that hint.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful.
No, match made
Living
in heaven.
proof that there's hope for me.
Yeah, let's go
So
with
do
this
you
one
let
first.
her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a
Cotard.
vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Yeah, you're healthy enough.
daily routine.
Since we got a little information
Good
out
evening,
of her.
Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
This again.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
I am.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Actually, let's go back upstairs. Ah. Miss Crane. Is there anyone up here? No? How about upstairs? 3rd floor. Nope, door will not open. That's fine. Okay. Have I been in here already? I think so. Not entirely sure. Dig it, 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 dig it. Where does this go? Outside? It goes outside. Checked you out, checked you out. Why are you walking around, lady? Mr. Hampton.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you
You're
feel?
the one I brought in
Dr.
here.
Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise?
Not speaking ill if you're
the
telling
authorities
what's
have
actual
left us all
fact.
to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The wet boot boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Wait, what? I just talked to them before I went to sleep.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Okay, well, Clay's here.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place, and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Yeah, if you say so.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you,
That's
sir. I
our
believe all I
specialty.
need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Okay.
I cannot enter.
Just thought I'd try.
The pain.
Dear brothers. Oh, that was kind of close. Wear garlic, show garlic, hang garlic, and tell the shadows that you are not afraid. Okay.
There again.
Oh, you're dead. Now you're moving. Why don't you have a heartbeat? Alright, sir.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Oof.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Oof. Don't be petty. Political.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
Fair enough.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, But over time, his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
I can't disagree with this guy.
It
go with that one
seems you
first.
have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills,
That's a
Dr.
humor.
Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Oof. Okay. Go ahead, just outright call him Dr. Mengele.
I don't
Yeah.
see any reason why I should justify my actions to you.
That's true, Dr. Reed. The only judge has to be yourself. The question is, are you judging yourself hard enough?
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
You're healthy.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland.
Completely different
I'm a
perspectives
great
here.
admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
No, let's get personal questions first. Nothing, got it.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
Yep. Click it.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Careful
Do you
what
need
wish
help
for.
with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Yeah, I'll do his quest first and then I'll come back to that.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Okay. Alright, so I need to make something for fatigue for you, Mr. Claycox. Okay. Cold, fatigue, another cold. Anemia. Alright, someone died. Who died? One of you. Where is it? Stable. You're in serious condition. Where is this? Unknown district. Someone died. Who was it? Oh, there we go. The docks. Archer Woodbead. Why couldn't I read that?
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
You're healthy.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Okay.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book.
Alrighty. Glass vial. Is there anything else in here I can take? be there. Wait, where's Cox? I know I told someone to go get him. Okay, there's the main quest, but that's not what I want. Take me to the hospital. Okay. Whole lot of nothing being displayed here. Oh, there we go. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. Dr. Thoreau. Don't know you yet.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding?
Oh,
I
you
should
did.
investigate.
Crumpled letter. What does it say? Dear love, I finally found the missing money for the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about nothing now, except getting better, for I took care of everything. I asked some of our neighbors, as they told me that this Mr. Hooks is something of a honest crook. He may ask for extra money in exchange for a bed, but the bed is then guaranteed. I'm sorry I refused to pay that first. And I realize now that the important thing is that you get better soon. The Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I heard. Despite the bad behavior of this Milton Hooks, I promise you that everything is okay now. I'll see you in your clean bed as soon as possible. With fondest love, Nikolai. Well, you're dead, so... Oh, I just pickpocketed some money off ya. Anything else? No? Yes? Possibly. Oop. Nope, that was just shiny water. What were you doing back there? You're sus. Are you an imposter?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir.
Oh, you're Indian.
Especially when he was supposedly dead. A colleague? Are you a doctor too? Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana. Pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue. What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked? No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Yeah.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here. Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods. What kind of goods? With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade. I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help. Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital. I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people. Have we met before? I don't think so, sir. Why? When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead. Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago.
Oh, yeah.
You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Yeah, totally. Sounded like I fucking ate her the first thing I did when I woke up.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses? Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay.
Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
I like that.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Well, I just had that thought.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
What you got, codeine? Dude! You got the hookup. Yeah, I'll buy one and one. You know what? Do I have enough to get everything? I sure do. Just in case. You never know. What did I pass up? Oh, it's a chest.
It's locked.
Of course it is. Wait, if I kill him... No!
It's locked, all right.
I need to stop that habit. I said I'm not killing anyone. That's how it's gonna stay. Bag of junk. Hospital full. Go back home. But what will little Timmy do? Oh. Grease screw. Public notice. Walk to work. Do not spit. Drink from your own cup. I feel like this game was put out just in time for the COVID thing. This the morgue? Nope, this is the... Yep. I'm good. So this is where it would have put me out at. Oh! Okay. Ah, crap. You got me. Alright, that's fair. I bite you, you bite me. It's a great time. But I'm gonna have that blood back, thank you. Mean. Alright. Anything back here? Nope. Another one. Hi, buddy. Oh, you dropped something. Watery, sturdy. What? Wait. Did the other one drop something? Lead stick. Where was the other guy? He was over here, right? Oh, he did drop something. Wait. Hey! See what happens when you look around? You find nothing useful. Oh, Mr. Swansea's walking around. Well, I don't exactly need him. Just... I'll deal with that in a minute. Oh, what the hell was that? Oh, I just used blood for no reason. Oh, there's two here. They start attacking. They start attacking. Ah, run! No! Ah, that was stupid. Nah. Dozer. Kill you. Oop. And drink. Yeah, no, dude, I'm gonna have to drain you for everything you got left. And strike, strike. You drop anything? Yes? No? Cheapskate. Oh. Photography in a wallet. Milton and Pippa forever. I think I just found a clue. Okay. Shotgun shell, bullet. I don't have a shotgun yet, so that's kind of useless. Nah, I'm good. Where's the map, though? Make my way around. Actually, I left Clay down here somewhere. Someone should have gone to go pick him up by now. But for whatever reason, they have not. Alright, mental tally I need 2 fatigue and 2 flu, I think. Mr. Fiddick. Anybody out here? No? Okay. Oh, Mr. Clay, are you still here? No, you are not. I know I can go over there, but I don't want to just yet.
I cannot enter.
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Mutant Blight.
That's misleading, sir.
Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but... well, we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend.
Musophobia.
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
Alright.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is... nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. We've taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
It's locked, all right.
Oh, there you are, Clay.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting.
Because we're all crazy.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
I have found a gift from your wife.
In that case, you'll be properly rewarded, Doc. Clay Cox is a man of his word.
I hope that won't
We
make
didn't
me
even
an
talk about
accomplice
it.
to your
What?
future crimes.
Who knows what I might do now I feel invincible again.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favour.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Alright. Well, let's go back up to the room for a bit. Damn it. Thought I was almost done here.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
Jap?
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye.
I like this guy.
I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Oh, neato.
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient
Wait,
wants
what?
a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee.
Oh, this
Where
guy.
did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
I can't knock him.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
Oh, there it is.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation
there it is again.
among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Again, can't knock this guy.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Again, can't knock the guy. Still nothing? Got it. Here's your
I
wallet.
have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet. With all the money, and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Let's
I'd like
just
to
have a
see
look.
your goods.
Wise
Like
choice,
that.
Dr.
Buy
Reed.
anything
A
just yet.
reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Oh! You even got parts, dude. Alright, well, if I need something, I'll come back.
It is now.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the
Oh, you're
Pembroke
Brannigan.
Hospital.
Did he really?
Brannigan's Law.
It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
To an extent.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tickets. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Fair enough. I think...
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible
I'm taking a
enemy,
look at the
more
thing
lethal
before I
than
make
any
the-
bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
Medication.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Well, I guess now that I've spoken to everyone. This is everyone. No, I'm still missing someone. Oh, you're the you're the dude that I gotta go find now. Alright, where have I been? Where have I been? I've been on this section, so down here, maybe. Let's go. That cigarette's not gonna help you. That was. Let's go up.
It's locked.
Why would it be locked? Oh. Where have I just entered? Knock him out, knock him out. Boom, okay. shit. I got careless. I should have killed one at a chance, but no. You have been defeated. We are no longer a part of the circle of life and death. We are undead, my friend, and so we are outcasts. Oh, this is a good time to end it. Change it to something different. I'll come back to this later.